Well, since it's still morning, I can still say good morning, Lufkin Central and Online Worship Community. This is Jason Hollinger, the campus and community minister here. And for our time in a little later in the morning, Jesus and Coffee, we're going to go to the Old Testament. Today, my Bible reading has led me to Micah chapter 4. And in this chapter, we get a lot of the kind of the same wording, if you will, that we get from a lot of Old Testament passages when this talks about in latter days and days to come in the future. All these things as they were continually pointing to a time when um, God will further establish things on this earth, and what we come to see is a lot of those things are brought to light to some, for some, and for others they were not noticed in the time of Jesus. And so, let's read a little, issue our challenge, and help to send you on your way into the rest of your day. I do want to remind you that we will have 8 o'clock tonight. We go live with some music and a countdown at 7:55. Our evening devotional, and then we're back on track, kind of with things for the rest of the week. So, hear the word of the Lord, Micah chapter 4. It shall come to pass in the latter days, there's that wording again, that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established as the highest of the mountains, and it shall be lifted up above the hills, and peoples shall flow to it. And many nations shall come and say, Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, that he may teach us his ways, and that we may walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He shall judge between many peoples, and shall decide disputes for strong nations far away. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. But they shall sit uh, every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. For the mouth of the Lord of hosts has spoken. For all the peoples walk, for all the peoples walk each in the name of its God. But we will walk in the name of the Lord our God forever and ever. And just looking at this right about, and I want to encourage you to go spend some time reading the rest of Micah chapter 4 about the rescuing that will come for his people. But you get this idea that says, this word is going to be spoken. I go to it a lot of times in Hebrews chapter 1. In the past, God spoke to us through our forefathers, through the prophets, at many times and in various ways. This is one example from Micah. But it says, but in these last days, in latter days from the time of Micah, it says, he has spoken to us by his Son, whom he appointed heir of all things, and through whom he created the universe. Right? So when he says we will go to the mountain of the Lord and we will hear him speak, from him will come truth. God spoke to us through prophets like Micah in the past. But in later days, he spoke to us through Jesus. So my challenge to you today is take some time to listen to him. I don't have the Jesus and coffee cup. I have the number one dad. Um, you know, you it's okay. It's okay that maybe you're not number one dad. I am. I'm sure I'm the only person with this cup. I'm kidding. Um, we think about the way that God speaks to us. My challenge to you today is to listen to him speak. Read the rest of this chapter. Spend some time reading from his word, hearing him speak through his word. For from him comes truth. Can't wait to hear and see how it goes. Y'all have a great day. God bless.
From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire, and in darkest night, you are close like no other. I've known you as a father, Lord, I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. Oh yeah, and all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. All my life you have been faithful. Yes, you have, Lord. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness